Nero. You can add a quad mesh, then draw mesh, so you get a plane. I will add a camera and a render target. Let's spin it. Then I will use fractal noise, and also let's add set material. Plug the fractal noise to set material. Now I get this. I can also use a radial gradient like this. Here the radial gradient, I will set it to multiply. Interesting. Because it's catching the light. What I could do also is to use normal. And this one I will connect it to normal map. Let's increase the impact. We can get some sort of bumpiness. But I would like to have it transparent, to not see only I don't want to see the corners. What if I use a blend? Let's duplicate this one. So this one goes here. And this one here. I don't see any difference. Even worse, because no, this one is on top. But here I want this white. But not only white, I want a transparent white. So now I have alpha channel here. And here on blend, I will use alpha mode, use image B alpha. Now my edges are transparent. And I'm catching the light like this. Maybe I want hard edge like this. What we can do also, we can animate the fractal noise and maybe increase the contrast of fractal noise. But this is all white now. That's okay. Now that's not. Let's use multiply here. Yeah. Now if I add a point light, set the material less shiny. Maybe shiny is okay, but this point light is too bright. Not sure if you like this render. And maybe what we can do else. Oh yeah, I wanted to increase this contrast. Let's say I want negative values. Also, we could use roughness, metallic, and occlusion map. So RGB. So I will use combine 3 images. It's kind of strange. Why my fractal noise is so... Okay, maybe this was not the best idea. Now we can try different presets. This one is good. Oh, that's the key, bias and gain. Something like this. You can play with the bias and gain to increase the contrast. So what if I, instead of using this, I plug it here. Let's give a color to the point light. I don't know. And what could be interesting as well, I will use, I have this here, so I can use audio reaction, and I will set it to, yeah, like this. And here, accumulated levels. And let's see what we get here instead of. So now when I'm talking, now I need to put some music on because it doesn't work with my microphone, of course. But what I can also do is remap color and let's pin it. What if I make this one transparent? Okay, I see nothing. Use grayscale. Set this one to white. And can I combine the both? If I want this to get transparent, I don't know, let's do like this. Okay, total failure. Oh wow, we have multiply alpha. This is awesome. So I get this cool texture with alpha channel. So when I play the music, so we should have more transparency. So let's try something like let's add load an object through mesh. And then a group. Now this mesh is too big. Transform here. Let's scale it down. I will move my take this one and move it on the z-axis. Yeah. Let's place it at 5. Maybe instead of a quad, we could have used a sphere. But then we need this to be, we need another texture. So let's use a sphere. We have our sphere. And now we have the seam. So we need to get rid of the seam. For doing this, I know where we have seamless fractal noise. No, that's mine. seamless. Repeat. Or maybe it's tiled. Make tileable image. And when we take a look at here, we have tiling mode 3. What if I go to 0? 0 is no tiling. 1. So this is horizontal tiling mode. Or there's also make tileable advanced. Let's take a look. It's quite the same. It's a bit advanced. But what is good is that the seam has disappeared. Of course, don't look at the poles. And maybe when there's no music, we can still add time. So now when I play the music, so what if I use a normal here? And then plug it to normal map. Let's increase the impact. Not sure. Where is the light? So let's get rid of the environment, set environment, because by default there's a, like if I get rid of the light, we still see something, while we don't see that any environment in our graph or any light. It's because we have a default light and a default environment, so we need to override them. So like if I add set environment, we see the default environment, but then I will add texture to cube map, and now we override the default environment. So now the environment is totally black, and when we add the light, but we still see something because there's a default light, then we add a light, so we override this light. So in this case, now that I have a set environment and point light, there's no default environment and no default light, so if I set the light to 0, everything is dark. So maybe the sphere is too big, but there's a fun thing I want to do that could be fun. Let's make a line point, and let's use repeat mesh at point. So here I had my points, here I had the mesh, and we will see something weird appearing, because now I have 100 spheres. This line point has 100 points. So if I increase the length, we see. Let's make the light a bit brighter. Oh shit. So we see 100 spheres on a line. But if I go here and I do W offset to -1, or let's say minus 0.5, now we have these smaller spheres, and let's say the length is 0. So they should be on top of each other, and the effect I was after is not working. Okay. Oh. Interesting. So we get some interesting thing. So let's say the 25 here, and here is the 1. And what I could do instead of the draw mesh, in order to see something through it, reduce the... Oh, we get something, some kind of volumetric light. So maybe I don't need 100. Let's say 16. And for the draw mesh, I will use blend mode to additive. Let's go back to 0. And this is now crazy. Okay, so 16 is not enough. Now maybe the light is too bright. Let's reduce the size of the sphere. I want to see what is happening if I bring back the... I'm not sure about this effect. Maybe if I add another light. So the first light is .5. We have some kind of volumetric effect. It's interesting, I would say. And maybe... Okay, so now I don't see anything when I don't have music. Okay. It's a bit of annoying. So let me add a last effect. Okay, so we are not using this anymore, but let's keep it somewhere. And the sphere mesh, I will displace it. Displace mesh. Oh. Yeah, we can already try this. Use the texture here and reduce the amount of displace. So let's see, it looks less like a sphere. It's more. Also, we should not forget to set the scale UV of displace mesh on the y-axis to -1. There's this thing everywhere. Definitely set the roughness to 1. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what to do else. Oh yeah, I wanted to try something. Let's add a deform here. And add some twist. And what is happening if the transform here? say rotation crazy, something crazy. So this amperla noise needs to be higher. So let's yeah. Okay. It was messy.